Faith, it is baseball season. The first spring training games are today, and actually, like there's a series in Japan, which I actually love watching. That starts like a week and a half now before, like those games count, and then they go back and they'll play a couple more games that don't count,
and then
so, which I believe is the Cubs and Dodgers play in Japan, right? So they play this first one, and then they play in Japan in March, right?
Yes, March.
Yeah. So,
yes.
Yeah, it's sometime in late March. So, which that opening day will be two Japanese pitchers facing off into each other,
which is kind of
cool. Shohei Manga and Shohei Ohtani, or I think it'll be Ohtani. It might be.
It probably will be.
Well, I mean, it could be Roki. It could be any of the three Japanese superstars that they have on their team. So, I've seen a lot lately about there's like all these people who are mad because the Dodgers are spending all this money.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad at the Dodgers for doing it. No one else is.
Yeah, that's
so like if you're not gonna go give Roki Sasaki what he wants, like also, I mean, they have his favorite players there.
Yeah.
Like if you know, if Alex Bregman told you to come and play somewhere, you're probably gonna do it, right? Yeah. You're like, okay, that's my favorite player. Like, the guy I worship. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go play with him. So I don't blame the Dodgers. I think it's everybody else's fault for not trying to keep pace with them.
I agree.
Now, they have an ownership group that maybe has more money and has figured out because of all these deferments and stuff that it's worth it right now while they have this team to just do it. And then maybe eventually there'll be a few years, after all these guys are retired where they're still paying them. But it was worth it because they won 4 World Series, right? And they've already won 2, so I don't see them slowing down. Like they've got 7 starters essentially. But how do you feel about the rest of it? How do you feel with the Astros? I saw somebody rank them the 6th best team. Yeah. I don't know.
We're not going to be very good this year, and that's okay. McCullers is going to come back after being injured, so that will be interesting to watch him and see after 2 years of not pitching what that looks like. We have Abreu. Is that how you say his last name?
Abreu.
He is still on this. Like they have some key people that are going to stay, but him and McCullers and Altuve are the only 2 still left from those World Series teams. So I think when you look at it, I love college sports, so it's hard to watch all the money deals of MLB, NBA, all of that mess. But those 2 guys know what it looks like to be in that competition, in that running. The Dodgers, they're buying all these people that know what that looks like. So, yeah, they're going to be good. So when you, as an Astros fan, I'm going to be sad for like a year and a half too, because you're just not going to, those guys don't understand what it looks like to be at that level yet.
Yeah. Yordan Alvarez is still one of the best hitters in the league. Altuve might wind up playing left field, which I don't know if I like.
No. No. That's not where he belongs.
Yeah, they're trying to piece all this together.
Yeah, it's a hot mess. They're trying to make it look fancy on paper of like, hey, we're going to be okay. We're still going to do this, and we're going to put this guy here, and we're going to make it work, but no.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Like, you go through ups and downs, especially when you're in a buying process.
Yeah. All right, so which teams do you think can reasonably challenge the Dodgers?
I think the Cubs today. I am excited to see that starts at 2. I'm excited to watch that because I think just their pitching is going to be good. I am starting to become a Rangers fan.
You can't do that.
No, I know.
You can't do that.
I can't jump ship. My parents just moved to Dallas.
Oh, they did?
They did. So they're in Frisco. So Dallas, I can now say, well, my parents live there, so I can, I have some skin in the game now.
Yeah.
We're in Dallas, so I can become a fan.
I say that, but my wife's family has been like that, where like they were in Chicago.
Yeah.
They were, they're still I think they're still Bulls fans and Cubs fans, but
Yeah.
they live in that, like they lived in Kansas, so like, you know, that's where I have this Jayhawk albatross that hangs around. Like, you know, I welcome it, but you know, last couple of days been rough, fellas. I'm not gonna lie. After that BYU loss, so but and then they're in Nashville now, so they're big Titans and Predators fans, and so and they've been in Nashville for a long time, so it's their team. So I get that. It's just that the Rangers and Astros are rivals, so you just have to be an Astros fan who lives in Dallas.
Yeah,
your dad's not going to be a Rangers fan. I bet you he can't do it.
Probably not. Not. But he'll go to a game and enjoy himself.
Well, yeah, he'll go to a game and enjoy himself, but you know, if they're playing the Tigers, he wants the Tigers to win.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it. I don't know. I'm an Astros fan because I live in Houston. Yeah. That's all I know. I'm a Texans fan. I'm a Rockets fan. I'm an Astros fan.
Yeah.
Do we still have that hockey team? I don't think so.
No.
No
Hockey.
Okay. I remember seeing them when I was younger.
They should have an
There's an expansion team. I know New Orleans is trying to get it. Houston should be in the mix as well.
Yeah, I would think Houston would be better city for it than New Orleans.
Probably.
Yeah.
Like Houston Dynamo soccer.
Yeah.
Like I've ever watched a game? No, but I'm a fan. I'm a proud supporter.
But you should go to an MLS game. They're fun.
Yeah, I need to.
They're fun.
But so that's why I'm an Astros fan. So who knows? But I will watch the Rangers. We talked about reality TV a little bit last time, but all their wives seem to be influencers that I just happen to follow. So I am all over their stuff with their wives. Claire Covey-Smith, Josh Smith's wife. I'm a big fan of him because I love her and her outfits. So I will watch the Rangers fan.
She's like a designer or something, right?
No.
Or is she just like a fashion influencer?
Yeah, she goes on these brand trips. And
there's somebody that makes...
It's in the NFL.
It's Kittle's wife. George Kittle's wife.
Yes.
George Kittle's wife.
And there's another one, but they're friends, and she makes clothes.
But she didn't even play for the 49ers. Like she made it for Kittle. No, she made it for
Kittle's
wife.
Taylor Swift.
Yes.
And then Taylor Swift. Yeah.
Yes. Is it Kittle? I think it's. I don't know how to say his last. Jarosco.
Oh, Kyle Juszczyk.
Oh,
yes, it's his
Yeah,
wife.
Yes.
Kittle, she just wears all the
49ers,
stuff.
yeah.
Yes, but she is the one that designed everything, and yes.
Yeah, okay. All right. I mean, I can follow your logic a little bit there, but here's the other thing about here's the other thing about the Astros and Rangers rivalry, though. It's still new.
Yeah. Yeah,
because when they were in the National League, nobody cared.
No, yeah.
They were just kind of there. And then all of a sudden, they're like, you guys are rivals now. And they're like, I guess.
Yes.
Sure. And we're both in the same state. We don't like each other. It helps, it helps when we beat you. But I don't know if I don't know. You don't have, with the Red Sox and Yankees, you have more than a century of abject hatred.
Yes.
Abject hatred for the other side.
Yes.
For the Rangers and Astros, it's like, you guys don't like each other for 20 years now.
Yeah.
20 years ago. That's not even Hatfield's and McCoy's level hate there. That's just
oh, no.
That's just my neighbor didn't bring back my rake. That's all that is. No, I get that. So
I think it's fun to see the rivalry. I went to a Yankees Red Sox game in Yankee Stadium, and my brother, he plays college baseball, is in the JUCO route. And we went when he was probably 8 or 9, and you saw way much more than a game at that. I mean, my parents are closing their eyes. There's beer flying everywhere. People are escorted out right in front of us. It is more of a game. So the Houston Rangers were just not at that level yet.
Yeah, no. Absolutely not. No. I'll tell you, the first time in my life I saw awful fan behavior was at what what is now Hard Rock Stadium. It used to be Joe Robbie Stadium, but then it was Joe Robbie Stadium. It was the Dolphins and the Bills in an afternoon game too. So like, I mean, not like a Sunday night or Monday night game.
Yeah.
It was Dolphins and the Bills. My best friend from growing up is a huge Bills fan, so my dad got tickets for me and his dad and Billy, my best friend, to go down to this Dolphins Bills game. It was back in the Bills were Jim Kelly, like in their dynasty run. Well, I mean, they're losing 4 Super Bowls in a row run, but it was one of those years. It was like I think it might have been the last or second to last year that they went. So anyway, we're down there and like we're like 12 years old, and if there was a Bills fan next to a Dolphins fan anywhere in the stadium, those big fat drunk idiots were getting in fights.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, this is crazy because I'd been to Cowboys games before, like when I was really younger, or like college football games, but usually you're just sitting in a seat surrounded by people who are just like you.
Yes,
so if somebody gets in a fight, it's because somebody's being really bad. Like
yes,
I never saw it, but like seeing 2 rival people fight was crazy.
Seeing 2 rival chicks fight.
Oh.
The hair, I'm like, what are we doing? Why are we pulling each other's hair? This is so unnecessary. Yeah, we
support all women.
Yeah,
we're supposed to lift each other up, girls.
Gosh, it's
I can't. But anyway, to the point.
Yes.
Do you think the Yankees, with their additions, they lost Soto?
Yeah.
But they picked up Max Fried and they got Cody Bellinger, Devin Williams, so they might be able to make up for Soto's loss in the aggregate. But man, I don't know. He was just so dang good.
He was, and he's going to do great things for the Mets too. It's interesting to where he's going to sit in that. That's what everyone's talking about right now. Is where he's going to sit in that lineup, where he's going to be. I'm a Cody Bellinger fan too.
Okay.
I think he's great. So I'm excited to see him play for them, but I don't know. They're not going to beat the Dodgers. It is going to be a who can beat the Dodgers this year.
I was a Cody Bellinger fan, and then he put on the pinstripes. So now, hate him.
Yeah.
I will tell a story to you I've told many times in the air.
Okay.
But Aaron Boone, who just got a 2-year extension, by the way, is the manager of the Yankees. Before he was the manager of the Yankees, he was doing TV for ESPN. And Smokey and I went out to Surprise, Arizona for Ranger spring training. And the last day before we had an afternoon flight, and it was on like a Saturday or something, but it was the day we were going to get to interview Ron Washington because it was the day he had the longest to talk to us. We got to talk to him for 20 minutes or so. And so to do that interview, we had to record it out on the practice field. We went to the dugout and recorded it.
Yeah.
So before he was available, he was hitting fungos,
Yeah.
To the infielders, and we got to watch that. And Chris Davis was on the Rangers at the time, and he knew Smokey from growing up. And so we got to talk to Chris for a little bit when he was, fielding grounders, and Beltre was there, and it was awesome. I've never seen anybody put as much effort into a seemingly mundane everyday task as Adrian Beltre did to fielding grounders on a Saturday morning at training camp on a random day.
Yeah.
It seems like nothing. Like it's just a thing that they all do. Everybody does. But he put more focus. He had fun doing it too. I mean, he was just like having a blast. And I was like, man, if everybody could just go to their job and feel that way, golly. But Aaron Boone was there. He was going to talk to Wash after us. So John Blake, who was who still is the PR head of the Rangers.
Okay.
One of the best guys ever. Anywho, we're talking to Aaron Boone standing there, and he and Smokey strike up a conversation.
Yeah.
John comes over and introduces us, and this is Smokey. This is Smokey Paul. This is Aaron Boone.
Yeah.
Hi. Well, in 2003, Aaron Boone broke my heart. I mean, he hit a home run. Garrett and I just watched this documentary.
We just watched this documentary.
It's a documentary, so he got to hear me tell the story then. Emery was there. And You know me, I'm convivial. I like meeting people. I normally, like, when we got to meet somebody with the stature of Aaron Boone, I just struck up a huge conversation. I mean, the whole time we were in spring training, every time I got to meet a player, like, after the interview, I would sit and talk to him and get to know him on a personal, those are things I like to do. I have a really great talk one day with Michael Young, just standing around waiting for Smokey to get out of the bathroom.
As one does.
It was nice. I said maybe 4 words to Aaron Boone. And so we get in the car. We're driving to Red Robin to eat lunch because it was like right there next to it. So we're going to go to Red Robin, I guess, bottomless fries, because I'm going to need every one of them. So he's like, hey, are you okay? Just, what are you talking about? I'm fine. He's like, you didn't say anything to Aaron Boone. And I was like, yeah, F that guy. And he's like, he's a nice guy. I was like, I don't care. I don't care. I hate him. He's a Yankee, and I hate him. And he was like, but the Red Sox have won 2 Worlds. I don't care if they've won 2 World Series since then. And they were going to win 2 more. And the Yankees still haven't won one since they've won like 3 of them. So even still, I can't just give it up. What was all this for? Like, what? I mean, like, I didn't put all this effort forward just to meet him and be like, oh, hey, Mr. Boone. Nice to meet you, buddy. Let's be friends and have beers. No. No, I will not do that. And so Smokey he loves the story. He thought it was so funny because I was downright icy.
Yeah.
Like, so that's much funny. To the point where if we had, like, seen him the next day, he might have been like, hey, are you all right? Like, okay? did I do something to you? Yeah. 2000, like, yes. October 10th, 2003, or no, would have been like September 20th, 2003. Remember that day, Aaron? You remember that day? That's what you did to me. And he'd be like, oh, you're a Red Sox fan. Okay, I get it.
I was going to say, I feel like they probably get that a lot.
Yeah.
Like, you're not the only one that probably feels that upset,
But not, like, usually in the business, you kind of, like, you can put it aside.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look, I don't like any of the Texas Longhorns, but Jermichael Finley, awesome dude.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, I like talking to Jermichael Finley. Like, I can put that aside, but, gee, I should have told that story to Kurt Schilling.
Yes, he would have. Yeah, Kurt would have loved that.
He would get it. He ices people out.
Definitely would have got it.
Anyway, that's going to do it for us. Thanks to Faithy Lou Lynch